Hey guys, it's Reese. Welcome to the second GT race event with the GT class diecast race cars I have for my collection. So yeah, also another thing I want to mention before starting this race really quickly is the reason why they're all set up like this is because this is the best way I can do all these cars all at once. So yeah. The reason why I'm not doing the car mat or the tracks is because there's too many cars and it would just take so long to do all of them. And some of them have rubber tires, so they would be slower than others. So it wouldn't be fair for those cars. So that's why this is my only solution of using all these cars. This Porsche right here, it's a GT class car, so that's why I'm counting it. And another thing to mention is I tried finding that Bentley race car, the dark green one, and couldn't find it. So that's why it's also not racing as well. I would have had two Acura NSX Mini GT cars compete had their spoilers or wings not broken off. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But anyways, back to the race right now. And I will have time for questions and answers about anything cars related after the race. So yeah. This race might be an hour long, it might be less, it just depends. So yeah. My goal is to end it at either 6 or closer towards 6. So yeah. And the McLaren's fun. Oh, and like I mentioned, if a car lands like this, upside down, it's automatically out of the race. I just thought I'd do that as an example. And first car out of the race is this Mini GT Ford race car. So he's last place already. 3, 2, 1, go. It's a 3-second restart every time I restart the race, just that I let everyone know that too. That doesn't work for that car. And it doesn't take long for the car who won the previous one to be back into first place. So far, I've had 2 new winners when I was doing this live. That GT, and the first one was the Porsche before this live series will be happening about every day or every other day. Now we have a first and second place battle, and the Porsche is back to first. See, this is why it's more fun to do it this way, because then you see all the cars all at once. Oh, and those Maestro boxes are giant diecast cards, which I haven't even opened yet. And I will open them, I just don't know when. But that's not going to be part of this live, I will say that. We are officially in summer, so that's why drinking water, which is what this is a good idea, because it helps you prevent headaches. The only reason I'm bringing that up is because I actually had a headache, not as bad right now, but it was a little bit worse about an hour or so ago. And that's why I almost was going to mention there was no live today of any kind, cars or video games, that is. But now, since it's getting better, that's why I'm able to do it. And we have a brand new top 3. There's 2 GTs in second and third, followed by Corvette in first. See, this is why this race is really fun. Just readjusting cars. That's hurt a little bit, but not too bad. Moving some more cars up. And back to the race. I did just make a video a few minutes ago before this, and that should hopefully attract a few more people to show up here in this live before this race is over. So yeah, I'm actually thinking of putting Australia in for car hockey just because I realize it's going to be hard for me to have a full Australian team unless I have 2 more cars for that. So yeah, that's another thing I was going to mention just now is that my subscribers count has also gone up too, so I really do appreciate that, everyone. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel as well. So yeah, I was going to use cars to either open or use them for a giveaway, and I gave them to a friend, but they forgot to take them with them. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're still going to take them or not. If they don't, my plan is when I have enough time to do it, I will consider doing a giveaway with 5 cars. But I'll just let you know what happens. Because the first time I did this, everyone said open them, but then they didn't realize I already had them loose, so then they're like, use them for a giveaway. So yeah, now I might actually do that, but I can't really do that just yet. Oh, and that's Gran Turismo 7 in the background over there with the music from the game, which I will consider doing a live of just playing that game and doing a few different races. Well, that did not go so well for that Corvette. Oh. Oops. Well, actually, since he did get pushed up a little, he doesn't get that extra spot now. Well, that didn't work so well for him. USA's back to first with this Panos Esperante GTR1. This Porsche 911 is actually from Florida diecast, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that. That's going to cost him a few spots. The Ferrari and Mclaren went a bit too low. Woo. Just trying to show all the cars at once to the best of my ability for this race. Because even if you can't see them, I will update you on the top 3. Right now it's the 911 GT1 in first, followed by 2 McLaren F1 GTRs from Hot Wheels. And the Porsche is also Hot Wheels 1 too. More overtaking happening now. Another Ford GT race car is getting near the top 5. Or is in the top 5 just now. Actually, it is 5th. Well, that wasn't great. McLaren crashed out, and that just means we are going to have to reset the race with a new race leader and a new second place as well. Hold on, I need to pause something really quickly. That's not good. Alright, and that's taken care of. I am trying to expand my channel besides just cars and video game stuff. So yeah, like I might consider making videos about sports games like hockey and baseball and basketball ones on my live streams. Just because, I need to expand videos type thing, because I do not just car stuff for video games, I do other video game stuff too. Like baseball and hockey, things like that. Porsche tried to overtake the 2 Ford for first and failed. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. And back to the race, because I forgot to do the one for the F1 GTR. And since I forgot that, I didn't say anything, so yeah, the race still went on. Oh well. And there goes another McLaren out. 3, 2, 1, go. There's 4 cars out of the race already. 2 McLarens, a Ford, and a Porsche. But Porsche is not officially out because they have the RSR in here as well. Whoa. That car landed sideways and avoided getting eliminated from this race, but in doing so, he just lost a few more spots though, which is not good. USA's top 3, 4 GTs are first and third, followed by the Panos, Esperante GTR1 in second. So yeah, it's USA for top 3. And the GTR comes out of nowhere and gets first place back. And the Porsche is now second. And the GTLM Mini GT Ford has crashed out of the race. What a bummer. He was first place for quite a while. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back to the race. Probably going to end this race. I was going to say 6, but I'm thinking maybe more like 5:20 or so, just because I don't want to just move cars in a straight line for so many minutes on end, but I'll end the race somewhat near 6 anyways, because, it's already getting near 6 p.m. anyways, because it's already after 5. Corvette tried to overtake for first, but crashed in doing so. 3, 2, 1, go. Back to the race. And the Panos did too. 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to have an interesting top 3 the McLaren tried to do something and he failed to. 3, 2, 1, go. All the McLarens have crashed out of the race, I forgot to mention, so there are no more McLarens. And the Ferrari tried to overtake for first and crashed out. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Back to the race again. And another 4GT crashes out. I do have another one. That one's got up into first place somehow. And now we have a Hot Wheels 4 GT LM from 2010 or so. Or before that, a few years before that, in first place. Ford and the Gulf Racing one is still in front. 3, 2, 1, go. Back to the race. This is the most amount of cars that have crashed out of the race, which is making this race even more fun and also more intense to see who really wants to get top 3. And the Vipers are 1, 2, 3 now all of a sudden, which is surprising because that's never happened before. Unfortunately, since 4 cars were involved in the crash, we will have to put a 12-second race delay caution. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Back to the race. All of the really good cars are actually out, surprisingly, which normally doesn't happen this early. And another car that's really good crashed out. 3, 2, 1, go. Back to the race. It was a Mercedes-Benz. Oh, and that Bentley went a bit too low. The Viper was doing something, not sure what though, but and the GTR Nismo crashed down. What a shame. He had a chance to win his first ever race and not going to do it. Ooh, that's not so good. Multi-car crash, but luckily no one was injured. However, that does mean we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more cars advance up higher, even though they normally don't get this high up in the race so far. And out of nowhere, the Ford GT Mustang GT4 is second place. Well, he beat the Porsche while the Porsche won his second race finally. While that happened, the Dodge is now first. This older SRT Viper's first place now. Ooh. Say great prayers, diecast and more. Not much. Thanks for joining. This live. I just made you a moderator, so great bros, diecast and more, because I've watched your channel and stuff, and you do some great videos and lives, and yeah, if you just see something out of the ordinary for a chat feature, just let me know and you can remove those people. But hopefully those kind of people, the spam people, don't show up for this live. Because they did in someone else's live when I was there yesterday or 2 days ago. Someone was doing a NASCAR's live and a spam person showed up and they ended up getting rid of all the spam from that one person. So yeah, that's why I made you a moderator, so you can get rid of those people who have no interest in talking about cars, and that's why those spam people, in my opinion, should just never have accounts somehow on YouTube. And Porsche's back to first, and the Mustang is second place for the first time. Oh wow, I just realized I may or may not be ending my race soon. That's cool. I will be paying attention to the chat feature. It's just that I'm trying to focus on my racing as well too. So it's kind of like I will have to go back and forth, which is why I am going to have more time to answer questions after the race is done. And now that I think about it more, I think I'm going to end the race at probably 5:24, just because I don't want to go too much longer because I've already gone live for like 20 something minutes. So yeah. After this race is done, I want to show you something really cool. Segway Bros, diecast, and more on this live, but not until the race is done. Because once the race is done, we can talk about anything cars related at all. Although I think I may have to go upstairs to find it again. Which is why I'm going to end the race at 5:24 in about 2 or 3 minutes, because then it gives me more time to do a longer Q&A thing, depending on how many more people show up after this race. Porsche is still first, followed by USA in second, third, and fourth, and fifth. I went on a really cool train yesterday. The Royal Gorge train in Canyon City, Colorado, was a really fun train ride. That train is about 2 hours or a little bit over 2 hours, give or take. Yeah. Bad move for the Mustang. He just lost a few spots while he's spinning out. Now the Porsche is really in first place after that. Mustang second. So yeah, the Porsche that's in first place is another car just bought from my recent Colorado diecast trip Saturday of last weekend. Yeah, the train ride was really fun. I made a quick video about that train. I'm not sure if you saw that, Segway Bros, diecast, and more, but I did make a quick video about the train winner yesterday. I was gonna say 2 days ago, but then I realized I did that yesterday before going on the train. Oh wow, I just realized my race is ending soon. 3, 2, 1, 0. Back to the race. It's going to say 5:24 soon, and when it does, the race will be officially over. Because I think about, close to 30 minutes is good enough for a race with 40 plus cars in it. And the race is over. The Mustang GT4 takes the win at the last seconds. The Mustang GT4 is the winner. He outdoes the Porsche at the last few seconds. Congrats to the Tarmac Works Mustang GT4 for winning today's All GT Diecast Cars Race Cars event. Porsche almost got its second win done, but couldn't close it out. The Mustang that was in 4th or 5th place came back and takes the win. Congratulations, Mustang. You won the race. Here's today's race winner. And there's also another car, thanks to Colorado Diecast, has won the race. It is, and it's today's winner. I will be back with the thing I'm going to show, and once I'm back, we can start letting it rip on the Q&A. One, two, three. I want to say there was two more cars. Oh, or just one more maybe. That I need to find before I. Oh, there it is. All right. Well, I'm back. So, yep. So I'm back now. I can show you those things that I wanted to show, along with the main thing as well. So this one was $20 at Colorado Diecast. It's a Lamborghini Veneno Roadster from Kyosho in 1/64 scale. And this car was made in like 2013 or 14. And the Roadster and regular version of this were both limited production numbers. They didn't even make like probably 100 plus each of these Venenos in total. And I actually got to see one in real life at the museum a few years ago in Italy. I'm not sure if it was the regular like hardtop coupe or the Roadster or both possibly, but I did see one and it was really cool. It wasn't gray though for the one at the museum, but still really cool to see one though. But yeah, this was $20 thanks to Colorado Diecast. If you ever do a road trip, that's a place you must stop at for diecast cars. Because they have 500,000 plus cars there for sale. They have super treasure hunts. They have premium chases as well. I just talked to someone who worked there when I went there Saturday about 2-3 days ago. Well, 3 or 4 days ago actually, and No sign on mountain drifters, unfortunately, which means for people trying to find mountain drifters, you need to go to Target as soon as you get premiums there because you don't know what set it is. Good news is that store did have the new Jurassic World premiums with that really cool old 1930s Dodge, but I just didn't feel like it was a car that I would be interested in. Now, this was a car that I was interested in when I was there. It's a 1970 Ford Mustang Boss 29 M2 machines in like a blue-green color. And yes, that hood does open to show the really cool 8-cylinder engine under the hood. And the doors do open and close as well, same with the hood. There's the taillights. And another side view after showing it from the previous side before. And then there's the headlights and the hood. So yeah, I want to show a few more cars before I'm showing the main thing. This was also a recent purchase from the diecast store in Parker, Colorado. This was a class winner from the 24 Hours of Le Mans from 2016, actually, for this Ford GT Le Mans race car. I mean, that's a really cool wing, or spoiler. And here's the Nismo GTR GT3 from Mini GT. That Ford GT is another Mini GT car. The previous one I showed you, you probably have the Hot Wheels Premium version, but probably not the Mini GT version, because Mini GT cars are not sold at Walmart, Target, or King Soopers, or even Hobby Lobby. So if you have that exact Mini GT version, you probably bought it from a collectible store then, most likely. Here's the GTR Nismo GT3. There's the headlights, side view, taillights with wing or spoiler, another side view, and then the hood with the front bumper arrow. I want to say, if I can find it, that's probably the version you have, which is actually slightly off in numbers. I think this is the one you would have, if I'm not mistaken, because this is number 66, the Mini GT one is number 68. So there are some differences, actually. The wing actually has some sponsors on it, and Ford as well, with another thing on it that Ford cars apparently are known for, which is EcoBoost thing. So yeah, I think this is the Ford GT you would have, if I'm not mistaken. That looks like that Mini GT one I just showed. Another thing that I bought recently from that store was a Johnny Lightning 2-pack. It wasn't the GT41 from last year, but it did have some cool cars. They're both Fords. They're both Golf Racing. This is the 2005 or 6 GT in Golf Racing colors, and the 69 or 70 Boss Mustang 302. Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, these are from a Johnny Lightning 2-packs. These two Johnny Lightning cars are that I'm showing right now. These were from 2018. So this one's not sold anymore. Yeah, these Golf Racing colored cars are really cool. And then since the hill climb was 2 days ago, I had to get a hill climb car when I went there, the Celica, in blue and orange, technically like Broncos colors. This Celica, when it went up the hill climb, for the specs for horsepower, 850 horsepower in this thing. There's no taillights, unfortunately. The headlights are not really detailed either for this one. But yeah, this one wasn't too expensive at that store. It was only about $3 to $5, which isn't bad for a hill climb car. And then this Porsche, it's the only RSR in 1/64 scale they have there. But it's a really nice looking one. It's actually from 24 Hours of Le Mans. It's the 911 RSR. And yes, that's the livery for it. There's the taillights, side view, headlights and hood, then the other side view. I actually have that Celica that I think you're talking about from Hot Wheels. Alright, and now the main attraction of this show and tell part and Q&A as well. I do too. Boom, first NASCAR chase. Thanks so much to Colorado Diecast for having my first NASCAR chase in my collection finally. The even nicer thing is they gave it to me for $10 less than it actually says on the bottom, which was $40, but they gave it to me for $30. So yeah, this was the main thing I wanted to show in this live. First ever NASCAR chase. And I actually have the main version of it, so we can do a comparison. You can already tell that the chase has a more reflective paint job, which is why it's, a little bit more shiny looking in color. And then this one, not so much. Look for the LA Throwback Chase piece. Well, this is the LA Throwback Chase piece, and it's Alex Bowman NASCAR from Wave 10 from last year. Although the odd thing is, for NASCAR, they do like 13 or 14 waves or however many, and then they do the next waves for 2022 after 14 or 15, I think, or possibly even 13. I'm not sure. But yeah. I actually didn't find this one at Walmart, Target, or King Supers, which are places to look for NASCAR chases. This one was specifically purchased at Colorado Diecast in Parker. So yeah, super glad that I have this chase in my collection. So yeah, if there's any questions about the cars in today's race or anything, please do let me know. Or if there's questions about anything cars related at all, please let me know so I can answer them. I hope you will find a NASCAR chase. And I missed a Matchbox case mix drop today at my Walmart store, the closest one, because it's mix 3 with a chance for the Ford Bronco Super Chase. And unfortunately, couldn't find the Super Chase. In fact, there was no basic Broncos put out, or if there were, they were all gone. And that led to my conclusion of, I only saw one Mercedes, someone must have found a Super Chase and got it before I could. So yeah, probably missed out on the Super Chase of the Bronco this morning. Oh well. And even that store doesn't have one, surprisingly, but in time they probably will. If someone offers them, a good, fair price for it. The best car I've ever seen in person. That's a tough one because I've seen so many really cool cars in person. I'm gonna say the LaFerrari. I actually saw one of those at a museum, surprisingly, in Denver a few years ago. That's probably my favorite car I've seen in person. I did see a Porsche 919 hybrid, or a few of those at least in person. I was super excited to see that because that's one of my favorite 24 Hours of Le Mans LMP prototype race cars for that racing event, which Porsche is no longer a part of. Although Porsche did just make a brand new race car called the 963, which looks like a brand new, fully updated version of the 919 and looks nothing like the 962 at all. So yeah, it looks like a way more futuristic version of the 919. So yeah, um, yeah, the LaFerrari is probably my favorite car I've ever seen in person, just because it's about 1,000 or a bit over 1,000 horsepower from a hybrid V12 engine, and the car itself is like over $1 million. Now, the most expensive car that I've ever got to see in person is the 250 GTO. One of those sold at auction for, I want to say, 100 million US dollars or something like that. I did see one, but that was only at the Ferrari Museum in Italy when I went there a few years ago for summer vacation. I've never seen a Bugatti in person, unfortunately, um, because this dealership in Arizona says McLaren, Aston Martin, Lamborghini, Ferrari, and Bugatti, I think, and they only get Bugattis there on special order occasions. So yeah. However, I did get to see the Aventador SVJ there. That car is 780,000 to like close to 800,000. So yeah, the SVJ in that gold color I saw, about 800,000 for that car. I'm not going to buy one of those anytime soon because I don't think I'll ever have enough money for that. In fact, those Bugattis are expensive too. Those are like 2 million to 2 million plus US dollars just for one. I'd rather buy a house and a few nice cars that are not expensive as that, but still some nice, sports supercars for the price of a Bugatti. If I ever had that much money at some point in the future. So yeah. Um. Oh, that's really cool. Koenigsegg, that's really cool. I haven't seen a car like that either. Um. Yep. I do have Gran Turismo 7 in the background, um, playing music. Um, just thought I'd let people know that again. If there's more questions about cars of any kind, video game cars, diecast cars, real life cars, or anything about cars, whatever it is, just ask away right now before I end this live. Before 6 p.m. or at 6, which is in 17 minutes. Oh, that's cool. See, I don't go to auto shows, unfortunately, and I kind of wish I did. I've been to a car auction, but I didn't really see a ton of like super cool cars there, except for a Copo Camaro from '69, and they only made like 100 something of those in total, I think. No, that's cool. I'm not sure what the Triple F collection is. I just put a question in there about playing Gran Turismo 7 or not, because if I am, I can edit the live to incorporate this into diecast cars racing and video game racing, or just call it cars racing fun Q&A, or just change it from the basic name. Well, I guess I will include that in this live, which is fine by me. I just need to move a few things so I can do that. I'm not sure if you can see the screen, but you might be able to. I don't know if you can see the screen or not, but I'm hoping you can. Oh, that's fine. Well, thanks for joining, Sam, from your channel. By the way, Secret Bros Diecast and more, you do have a really great channel. Oops. I didn't mean to close out. And I just did. You're welcome. I have almost 120 cars in Gran Turismo 7, by the way. Yeah, I'm one shy of 120. I'm not sure if there's like a certain car you want me to use in this game or not, but if there is, let me know, because I have a lot of cars. I have both years of the Ford GT race car in this game, 2018 and the 2006 or a few years after that one as well. So yeah, just let me know if you have a certain car you want me to race in this game right now. There is no Mclaren Senna in Gran Turismo 7, unfortunately. I do have a toy car version, but not in this game. In fact, I don't know if I even have a Mclaren in this game. They have a P1 in here, but I don't have it. The newest car I got as of 1 or 2 days ago was that 177 from a 6-star roulette ticket. They only made 77 of the car in total, which actually makes it technically, in terms, one of the rarest production cars ever made. I don't think I have a McLaren. I'm looking. I don't see McLaren anywhere. Nope. Because now I'm going too low for performance points to even show that kind of a car. The fastest car I have in this game is technically this Mercedes-Benz Black Series from 2020 or the Chaparral 2J. Those are my two fastest cars. I do have a super modified Mustang Boss 429 from 1969, but it's not as fast compared to this. So yeah, this is my fastest car. That Mercedes can hit about near 250 miles per hour on the longest straightaway track in this game, which actually is not Le Mans. There's actually a track that has 2 straights even longer than that track, but it's a made-up track that looks like it's in California but doesn't even exist. So yeah. In fact, I don't think I have any McLarens in this game. Alright, I do have Porsche. I have quite a few Porsche cars, but like I was saying before, my fastest car for road-going cars is a Mercedes-Benz with 1,038 horsepower. But if you want me to do a Porsche, I will definitely do that. Is there a certain Porsche you want me to do? I have a Carrera GT, a 911. I have a few 911s, road-going and one race car version. I don't have the 919 or the 962 in this game, but I have a few 911 road cars and a Carrera GT and an RSR race car. So yeah, just let me know which Porsche you want. Do you want a 911 race car or a road car? For that now, I have to select my manufacturer. Alright, so I have a 911 from 1995, 2009, 1992, 1981, and the RSR from 2017. Which one of those? Alright, the race car one. I think I've done just enough miles to do the long track. Alright, I am going to do the race, and hopefully I get my miles completion reward after completing said race. I'm just doing the longest track because then it helps me get stuff done quicker. Let's do Group 3 cars, if that's possible, game. Car category. We are doing Group 3, so everyone's in the same car class. Alright, well, now it's just time to watch the race. Although before I do that, I wanted to show something as well. 2 Super Chase Corvettes and a 49 Ford F1 Super from Uncased last year. The Corvettes are also from the Mixed 6 Matchbox from last year. Not this year. In fact, the only reason I found those was because of, well, I was able to get to Walmart earlier, and that's how I found 2 of those Corvette Super Chases in the same day. The Ford Super was actually found a bit differently at that store, the same store. And there was actually a collector and his dad there as well too. I think they were both collectors, and I found another Super there. You didn't find that purple Ford or the Corvette? Huh. Well, I'm doing the race, so can't really focus on the chat right now until after the race or pausing the race. I'm getting close to 200 already. What's in first? It's a Mercedes. How am I not surprised? Someone said that's a really good car, and I'm not blaming them. That is a really nice car, and it's pretty fast too. 196. Come on, Porsche. Try to hit 200. This is actually like between beginner and professional difficulty, and I'm still winning. I'm going faster, but will it be fast enough to hit 200? Come on. Come on. 200 achieved in the 911 RSR on this track. Finally, let's go. 201, 202. I mean, this car is 788 horsepower, so it should be able to reach about 200. I might consider doing a giveaway with one of those super chases just because I have two of them. And I was going to do one of two things: is I open one and then keep one unopened, but I'm just not sure. Just because card condition for the Corvettes are starting to not be so well anymore. Yeah, my Porsche is fasted. 12 horsepower shy of 800. I'm getting close to being 8 seconds ahead of second place in this race already. And this race has only gone on for a bit over 2 minutes. And also, I'm about to enter the other side of the track now, after doing this really long turn. Which, if I was in faster cars, I would be able to keep going over 200. No problem. I'm actually about to hit 200 again. I'm at 199. And there's 200. And now it's battling between those two numbers. Oh, 201. Just random Gran Turismo music playing because that's what this game does. Just like Forza games too. Although I'm not sure about Motorsport, but I know Horizon does. Well, this live will be ending close to 6 or a little bit after. .202 is what this car seems to be maxed out at. I mean, it's not bad for a race car with 700 plus horsepower. And yes, this is my paint job from Gran Turismo Sport for this sports car, by the way, which is why it's in that blue and red color. And it does have the Gulf that thing on it too, right there. Race has gone on for close to 5 minutes, and it will be ending soon. Really close to 6 for ending this live. I'm 20 seconds ahead of second place soon. And I won. Well, thanks for being here because the live is just about ending now, and I just won the race. 3-star ticket, not bad. Alright, I got a prize ticket. Bye, everyone. Thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next live. And also have a great rest of your weekend, everyone.